thanks for everything, mate. Thanks for running me out here and all your hospitality, and it's been lovely meeting you.
Yeah.
And I'll see you again, mate. And,
Oh, no doubt.
Thank you very much indeed, mate. Thank you very much indeed. I really appreciate it.
Okay then.
And keep your eye on the movements on the
I will
telly.
do. Keep checking on.
And get into that acoustic alchemy because it's
Yes,
good.
I will do.
You'll love it.
I love it.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. I've just walked past Sandringham and I'm heading down now towards King's Lynn, and I bumped into these lovely people, and they've got this lovely little dog who's getting a little bit impatient now. He wants to walk. So where are you off to today then, Bill? What's the plan?
We're going to go into Sandringham Gardens and have a little walk around there.
Yeah.
With the dog.
Find some food.
Yes. Well, there's a big cafe there, and I noticed the prices are quite good actually. I'd expect them to be extortionate, but they're not. And there's a lot of people there, you know, it's rather nice. Now, you're obviously from the London area, I guess.
Essex.
Correct.
Yeah.
Essex.
It's from Essex.
Essex.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Essex?
Romford.
Romford. Oh, right. I've just walked through Essex on my way up, and I had to do an awful lot of road walking. And I met loads of lovely Essex people, and I know several already. But the drivers are maniacs, aren't they?
Oh, 100%.
It's such a fast pace.
It is.
That's your London pace.
It was serious. It was worrying that the speed that like Chelmsford and what's the other, Colchester, they're so far inland, and all the other roads that run adjacent to the A12, they're all rat runs.
That's right, yeah.
But you've got to do it because there isn't like a coastal path officially in Essex.
Right.
But no, I'm doing great, and I'm just on my way down to Kings Lynn now, and it's lovely to meet people like you.
Yeah,
and,
nice.
you know,
We might see you in Kings Lynn. We're probably going to go there tomorrow or the next day.
Oh really? Oh yeah.
We'll look at it.
Yeah, well, I've got a purple coloured van, similar shirt,
right.
similar to that. So
Keep your top on.
Yeah.
Might be a bit smelly.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I know your dog's getting a bit anxious.
He wants to walk on.
Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you.
Nice
Thanks,
to meet
Carol.
you. Nice to meet
Lovely
you.
to-
Nice
thank
to meet you. Rufus.
Bye now. Off it goes. Look. Come on.
Rufus.
Have your film truck.
Come on.
Good morning. It's just before midday on Tuesday, the 2nd of July. And here I am, still I think in the Sandringham estate. It's certainly a very well maintained area, absolutely stunning. Countryside, the woods, forests, you name it, absolutely wonderful. And I passed Sandringham House maybe a couple of miles ago, and today I'm making my way along this quite nice country road heading for Kings Lynn, and I've picked a road rather than the A149, which is an extremely busy road, which I should be crossing soon actually, maybe in a mile or two, with the intention of avoiding traffic today. And it's a very nice day. It's a bit cloudy, and it started off bright and warm, but now and again you get big patches of cloud coming over, which cools it off more or less instantly. There are the odd cars, but not very many actually. It's amazing that I haven't seen or heard one. And there we've just had 3 in rather quick succession. Yes, I can see the 149, maybe about half a mile ahead, so that's just nice for finishing this off. You don't have a traffic noise. I stayed last night with my friends Jenny and Pete, and they live just off the A47, which heading east out of Kings Lynn, and they made me very, very welcome. And as you saw, they took me into Kings Lynn this morning, where I've parked the van up outside Curry's PC World, which I'll be able to find again quite easily. And then they drove me up to Dersingham, which is where I walked to yesterday, which ended up to be quite a long walk actually. It's about 18 miles by the time I finished. As the crow flies, or on the road, it's a much shorter distance, but I took 1 or 2 wrong turns, thinking that Dersingham was much nearer the coast than that, and I wandered too far south, meaning I just had to do a sharp left walking land and make it to Dersingham. And what a lovely place that was as well. I don't make many mistakes, but the reason I did make a mistake is I had that many phone calls yesterday as I was walking along, even though at times I couldn't get a signal, but when I could, they all stacked up, and I got loads of friend requests and all sorts coming through on my phone more or less all day. And as a consequence then my battery actually went flat. I've got one of these charger packs which wasn't performing at all, or maybe it's that or the lead, I'm not sure, but I'll get a new lead today as I am actually parked outside of Curry's PC World. Now, on the subject of yesterday, I published a film yesterday morning. It's quite a troublesome thing actually, because of the internet signal not being so good. It took me a lot longer than I expected it to. I know it was a long film. It was 1 hour and 15 minutes. I've had 1 or 2 comments about that actually. I've got some people saying it's too long, and I've got 1 or 2 people saying they kind of like Jim's Coastal Path, the movie. Well, it won't always be like that, because it just so happens that the 2 days knitted together were quite long, and I just wanted to respectfully ask you to remember that this is a record that's, for me, actually this film in effect is the script for my book that I'm going to write about this walk. And so I keep everything on. Lots and lots of people like these films. Obviously the viewing figures are very good, and I'm quite happy with that, and it's growing. And I want to show you everything. You're on the walk every minute of this with me, every mile, and people do like that. I don't want to make 10-minute versions and all this kind of stuff. I don't think it would do this walk justice at all. A 10-minute walk of an 18-mile journey. What you're going to see in that? It's you know, and it's just a story, and it's an ongoing story, and it's still got about a year to run, so I'm not going to start changing the format now. It seems to have been pretty successful in the past, and I do put a lot of work into it and a lot of effort into it, because I'm going to be spending the rest of my life watching these, and I don't want to be watching just a quick version of it. I want to watch the whole thing and remember every memory. And so that's with respect to everybody, please, this is the way I'm doing it. That's it. So I've got another friend to visit today, and I'll be giving her a call later on, Sian, and I think her partner is called Norbert. I'm looking forward to meeting them, and I'll probably have tomorrow off because I want to keep well in front with the editing that I'm doing, and I need to catch up with as many people as I possibly can, because I've got quite a big backlog of people to write to. I'm feeling great. I'm not stressing or anything like that. I know some days I might give that opinion to you, but no, I'm fine. I'm enjoying this. So here's the A149, and when we get across this, it'll be a case of saying that if Ralph was here, he would say, "Here we go."
Well, I've stopped here at the Deer's Leap for a glass of orange. I won't be doing this again. The cup of tea cost £1.80. This cost £3. I bought one, I think the day before yesterday, and it was £1.80, the same as a cup of tea. I wish I'd have asked the price before I actually paid for it. Absolutely scandalous. £3 for a little bit of orange, a little bit of ice and a little bit of water. Ridiculous. Well, thanks for the keys. Because this will all go in the book. You know what I mean? Nice one.
Okay,
Thanks very much. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. This is Norbert.
Hiya.
Norbert's from Hungary. How long have you been here, Norbert?
Oh, 10 years now.
10 years, wow,
Yeah.
that's great. Because your English is very good, isn't it, now?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I came in 2008,
Right.
July.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That was the year that went to live in Bulgaria, funnily enough. So that's about the same period. So, now, how old are you then, Norbert?
Well, I'm
42, isn't it? Is it
No,
42?
I'm 35.
You're 35?
Yeah, but I tell everybody I'm 42
Right.
Yeah.
Why's that then?
because I like them to tell me how young I look.
Oh, really? Does it work?
Not always, no, and I get really depressed.
Oh, really? So you go around lying about your age, and that's really, well, I say lying, I mean, I know you're just having some fun, you know, but that's quite unique. So, I mean, all right, so you've been 10 years here now. I mean, do you feel you're going to be here for the rest of your life now then?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can change anytime, but I feel I'm gonna be here. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, this is a kind of quaint kind of part of Britain. Have you been to other places?
Yeah, I've been in Germany, France, Spain, Tenerife.
Yeah. But I mean, in terms of Britain, in England, or
Oh.
in the British Isles, or have you been anywhere? Have you been to London and seen all
Yeah, I've
these
been in
other-
London. I've been
other
in
big cities
London Eye,
and things? Yeah, yeah.
Land's End,
All right.
Cornwall. Yeah.
It's lovely down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. It's been. You and I have gotten extremely well. I know. Shan was saying that you're a bit shy with people generally, but we don't seem to have had any problem whatsoever. We've just
No.
got on with it. It's
Yeah.
been, you know, it's been
Yeah, it's
lovely
been
being
good.
with you and Lara and Shan. It's been incredible how just 4 people from different directions, and we've all gelled like really nice. And I feel so much better for being here with you people. And I came here with a few problems in my head, and I was getting quite frustrated with myself. I was getting stupid things happening, like I was losing keys, I was getting lost, I was getting
Yeah.
worried about. I've had a lot of things on my mind, and I was rushing. And this has just stopped me in my tracks, and it's just put me back to thinking a lot more balanced. And what doesn't get done, and the workload's been increasing quite rapidly, and I've just stopped for 3 days and said, I'm not even going to look at Facebook, you know what I mean, apart from
Yeah.
putting the films on. And it's done me good to get away from that and just get back to reality. And thank you for your hospitality, and
You're
you've been
welcome.
very welcome, and it's been wonderful, and thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome.
So this is my friend Shan. Is it Shan or Shan?
Shan.
Shan. I've been calling you Shan. I thought it was like this.
Everyone calls me Sean.
Yeah, well, it is that Shan's a fairly regular name, whereas Shan isn't, is it?
No.
There's not many people called Shan.
No.
So Shan, we've actually met at last. We've been writing to each other for quite some time, and
5 months.
Yeah, something like that. And you was also on about the wonderful skies and Norfolk and all this kind of thing, and here you are in this lovely place out in the middle of nowhere, Denver. And but you're planning on moving. You're talking about moving to Hunstanton.
Yes, yeah. We. I mean, this is ideal. It's wonderful, but I want to go and live by the sea. So,
Yes.
and you've been my estate agent for the last 5 months.
Right.
So you've gone all round Wales for me, all round Cornwall, Devon, right the way up.
Yes.
But we've decided to stay local just because of the logistics of animals and work. So,
Yes, that seems to make sense.
yeah.
I mean, I didn't get a really good look at Hunstanton. I anticipated it being a much bigger place, and this is on my first arrival, but when I actually walked through it the day before yesterday, it looks quite lively, you know.
Yeah, it's changing. They're updating it now.
Yes.
It's becoming more, should we say, trendy, and
Yes.
there's talk of making it an all-year resort. So
Really?
yeah, they're going to be doing a lot of renovation.
Yes.
There's talk of crowdfunding the pier to be put back that burned
Really?
down, and
Yeah.
and sort of, changing, bringing it up to date more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you don't originate from this area, of
No,
course.
from London, North
Yeah.
London.
Yeah. I mean, without telling me a life story, with all respect, you've obviously started in London and found your way out here just by the course of life, basically, I suppose.
Well, no, basically it was following my parents, really.
Oh, really? Okay.
And my father being my father, he told me I was buying a house.
Yes.
When I went to look at it, it was 4 walls.
Right.
That was it.
That was it, really.
Yeah, and we spent a couple of years renovating that together.
Right. Yeah.
And then eventually, when I had my daughter,
Yeah.
I moved down here permanently. Yeah,
Excellent.
so I've been here 25 years.
Oh, well, that's good. I mean, I pretty well travelled in other ways then. I mean, over the
Yeah,
years.
I've been sort of various places.
Yeah.
I used to like travelling. I'm getting
Yeah.
older now, and I just can't be bothered with the hassle.
Yeah. Well,
And we've got animals. This is the problem.
Yeah.
Is finding people to come and house sit.
Yes. Yeah, I can understand that, because I know one or two people who lived abroad who had animals, and it more or less stopped them going anywhere. And much as I like animals, I've never had them because we just want to be as free as a bird. But for years and years, it's been like that. Where
Yeah.
what are you going to do about your animals?
The dogs are not a problem because they have passports, but it's the cats that are a problem. And then we've got the wild cats that we look after, and
Brilliant.
ties, baggage.
Yes, I mean, just to say to you, I came almost in the nick of time, really. I mean, I had such a bad day when I arrived here on, what day was it? Was it Tuesday? I'd lost my keys, for one thing, and also my sat-nav it works perfectly well with the roads, but with the walking side of it, I don't use it very often, and I just got completely and utterly lost. I find Kings Lynn a really awkward place, and I've only ever been there once, in fairness, to walk around. I've been there loads of times and driven through it and stuff. But I just got completely disoriented. I just couldn't find my way back to this sort of retail park to find my van again.
Yeah, because
And
they're
it it took me about 2 hours to actually find the van again.
They're set outside, aren't they? The actual town.
Yeah, and all of these retail parks look the same, don't they? You know what I mean? And then I actually walked to the place. I could see it in the distance, but it took me about 3 miles to walk around to get there. I went completely the wrong way around. By which time I'd already walked about, 15 miles that day, and I was absolutely fed up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's when I thought, God, I really need a rest. I'm going to cancel all these things that I've been planning. The 2 or 3 days that I couldn't do, I'm going to just forget it, and I'll do it all when I come back from Scotland, because I was thinking, I'm on a deadline now. I've got to be in Grimsby by the 14th of February, because we had to get permission from the council for this. I can't change that. That's got to stay as it is. And I was thinking I'm going to either run out of time. I was getting quite stressed and putting pressure on myself.
Yeah.
And so the best thing possible that could have happened is that I arrived here, because you've completely and utterly chilled me out. And the people you've got here, Norbert, fantastic guy, and I met La, and I had such a great time. And I just feel as if you've put your hand on my forehead and said, "You're cured, mate." You know what I mean? And it's been absolutely brilliant. We had 2-3 days of good laugh, good conversation, good fun. You're a lovely, lovely woman, Sean, and with a great personality, And I just can't thank you enough, honestly.
Oh, no, you're most welcome to. It's been lovely having you. It's great to meet you, and we've got on like house on fire. And all three of us. And no, it's been really good.
We've all got a bit of rabbit in us, haven't we?
Oh, I know.
We can all rabbit kind of thing, but it's been.
Well, Norbert, he doesn't normally. He's normally really, really quiet. But I don't know what you've done to him. He's like turned into somebody else, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and he's a lovely guy, isn't he? Yeah. But once again, thank you very much indeed.
You're most welcome.
You've been
anytime you can come to our little haven.
And when you get settled in Hunstanton, I'll come and have some time with you.
There doesn't appear to be anything in Hunstanton available.
Really?
No, but it's top season now.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. Lovely.
But you're welcome back here anytime.
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome.